price of freedom is death. We're coming to get our check.
I'm sorry about that. Somebody had called me and I cut my video off, so I'm sorry about that interruption. But there was another thing I want to address too. You have black female celebrities who kind of push this pro-black woman thing. And when you push this pro-black woman, it's kind of like a undercover anti-black male. And when you push anti-black, you can't be anti-black male and pro-black. The thing is, pro-black women without black men is not black. It's not pro-blackness. So you're pushing anti-blackness, really. When you separate, when you push any type of separation between black men and black women, that's anti-blackness. But they masqueraded as pro-black women because they try to put black women in this own special class, and you have a whole lot of black women, not all, but you have a whole lot of black women who fall into that, and they think they're their own special little group, and then they go along with the get along. They get along with the go along, whatever the term is, you know what I mean. And the reason they do this is because they know the strength that black men and black women have when we're on the same page, when we have the same agenda, the same goal, and we're both striving equally to go to that. Like, that's how we survived in slavery, and that's how we survived Jim Crow, and that's how we survived all the things that we have survived and made it to this point. Because black men and black women know we need each other. You're my best chance of survival. I'm your best chance. Let's do this together. That's what black people have been on. Now they're trying to separate that. When they see, anytime they see black men and black women being on code, being on the same page, they push the gender war thing. They really push that towards the black women with the anti-black man thing. I'm going to give you an example of this. Kobe Bryant earlier this year had died with his daughter in a helicopter crash. Recently after his death, an interviewer named Gayle King, she is this famous black interviewer. You know, she is kind of famous. She's not Oprah, but she's a friend of Oprah. She's like kind of right there when it comes to her notoriety. So she had an interview with one of Kobe Bryant's friends, Lisa Leslie, and she was bringing up Kobe Bryant's old rape allegation, and she was really being pushy, and she pushed the issue, and she was all like making accusations as if Kobe Bryant had scared the victim. She was like, well, the victim didn't come, the victim didn't testify. Is this a part of Kobe Bryant's history? Should we address this? And then Melissa, which she handled the situation with such class and sophistication, Melissa's like, no, I think we should leave that alone. I think it needs to stay in the past. She was like, well, maybe you just don't see it because that's your friend and you probably are biased. So she's saying that Lisa Leslie is going to be biased when she's asking her the questions.
It's been said that his legacy is complicated because of the sexual assault charge, which was dismissed in 2003, 2004. Is it complicated for you as a woman, as a WNBA player?
It's not complicated for me at all. Even if there's a few times that we've been at a club at the same time. Kobe's not the kind of guy, never been like, you know, let's go get that girl or tell her or send her this. I have other NBA friends that are like that. Kobe's, he was never like that. I just never have ever seen him being the kind of person that would do something to violate a woman or be aggressive in that way. That's just not the person that I know.
But Lisa, you wouldn't see it though. As his friend, you wouldn't see it.
And that's possible. Mm-hmm. I just don't believe that. And I'm not saying things didn't happen. I just don't believe that things didn't happen with force.
Is it even a fair question to talk about it, considering he's no longer with us and that it was resolved? Or is it really part of his history?
I think that the media should be more respectful. At this time, it's like if you had questions about it, you've had many years to ask him that. I don't think it's something that we should keep hanging over his legacy. I mean, it went to trial.
Yeah, but it was dismissed because the victim in the case refused to testify, so it was dismissed.
And I think that's how we should leave it.
And when Black Twitter got this, Black Twitter started dragging Gayle King, rightfully so, black men and black women, because even if you weren't a fan of Kobe Bryant, just off of principle, you know that talking about a rape allegation that never went anywhere, rape allegation where the victim, the witness, who had multiple men's semen in her underwear, had sex right before and right after she was allegedly raped. She was bragging about it to her friends, and she dropped it. She's bringing that up, and black people know, okay, that's bad taste to do that. That's really bad to do that to somebody who recently just died. Their family's still grieving. That's just so that's not classy. That's very anti-black. You wouldn't do that if he was white. So black men and black women were dragging her. Then you had a celebrity, Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg, he was on Instagram, and he's a friend of Kobe Bryant, and he felt offended, so he said some things to Gayle King. He sent a message to Gayle King.
Hey, out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that? I swear to God, we the worst. We the fucking worst. We expect more from you, Gayle. Don't you hang out with Oprah? Why y'all attacking us? We your people. You ain't coming after fucking Harvey Weinstein asking them dumbass questions. I get sick of y'all. I want to call you one. Is it okay if I call her one? Funky dog head bitch. How dare you try to tarnish my motherfucking homeboy's reputation, punk motherfucker? Respect the family and back off, bitch, before we come get you.
If I was Snoop Dogg, I probably would, well, if I had millions and millions of followers and I had such influence like he does, I would probably choose my words a little bit more carefully, but that's not my friend who died. I'm not in his position. Nobody is trying to slander the name of a deceased friend who just recently passed away with his daughter. So if I was Snoop Dogg, I might have said the same thing, and I don't think, even if I didn't say the same thing, that he was wrong for that. But once he said that, then you had this narrative when they saw that black men and black women were both roasting Gayle King and both on the same code. Then you see this narrative of Snoop Dogg is misogynist, Snoop Dogg doesn't respect black women. So it became less on Gayle King being accountable for what she was saying against a black man. It became, oh, Snoop Dogg shouldn't have called her a bitch. So he started apologizing. He went on this whole damn tour, traveling the world. He went to the red carpet table with Jada Pinkett Smith. Which Jada Pinkett Smith is another story, but he went on the red carpet table with Jada Pinkett Smith, and Jada Pinkett Smith was, I'm gonna just let you listen to what she had to say.
When you first came out and you said what you said, you know, in regards to Gayle.
Yes.
My heart dropped. I felt like not only were you talking to Gayle, but you were talking to me. I was like, oh no, Snoop has now taken his power flow away from me, away from Willow, away from my mother, right? I was like, oh, if this is what's happening, I was like, not Snoop.
Right.
Right? And so that's one of the reasons why I felt like I really wanted to have the conversation with you in the spirit of.
Okay, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense, and that wouldn't have worked the other way around. You don't see black men saying when black men are corrected, black men take the correction. That's the thing, and I'm not trying to put this off on all black men or all black women, but when a celebrity is saying black men need to do this, black men need to do this, black men, and we get told that all the time, how bad we are. We get whole articles written on how bad black men are, straight black men are. Nobody else has that. You don't have any other group of men who's saying you're so toxic, you're this. Even, I mean, maybe you have some against racist people, but you don't have people saying white men are just so bad, Asian men are just so bad, Hispanic men are just so bad, but you will have that about black men. But she said, now she's gonna make it seem like Gayle King, he attacked Gayle King because Gayle King's a female, a black woman or whatever. Nobody's addressing the fact that Gayle King was wrong, and that's the thing. You have a whole lot of people talking about black men need to be held accountable, black men need to be held accountable, which black men do. All people need to be held accountable, everybody. And when he started holding Gayle King accountable, then oh, you can't hold her accountable, that's a black woman. So nobody is addressing what Gayle King had to say. Gayle King has still not apologized. Snoop Dogg has apologized countless times, but Gayle King has not apologized for what she said to the family of Kobe Bryant, about Kobe Bryant, to Lisa Leslie, anybody. So Jada Pinkett Smith is going to make it seem like Gayle King is now the representative of all black women. So if you call the mother of black women Gayle King out of her name, then you're calling all black women out of her name. Now notice that doesn't go the same way around. So when a black female celebrity says something against a black male, a specific black male, you don't have a whole bunch of black men saying, well, when you said that he cheated on you, when you said that he was a cheater, when you said that he was a no good nigga, I felt that you were saying all of us were no good niggas. And you know, that hurt. I felt that you were saying that to my son, to me, to my dad, to my grandpa. You don't have that. She pushed this whole, why do black men attack black women narrative or whatever. That type of narrative, the black men are always attacking black women narrative, those things are the subliminal white supremacy trying to separate the black men and the black woman. So that leads me to a situation with Meg Thee Stallion, and she got shot in the foot by Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez and her, I guess they were in a relationship. That was her boyfriend at the time. I think we kind of should talk about her dating choice, because she was like kissing up on G-Eazy not too long ago. I'm not sure what her taste in men are, but regardless, she, according to her, and nobody really knows exactly, there's not like proof of what happened, because even her story, and I'm not trying to say she's lying, but even her story kind of seems a little choppy, but Tory Lanez hasn't said anything to kind of say, so we really don't know what happened. But taking her word for it, she was arguing with him. He shot her in the foot. She was walking away. He shot her twice in the foot or something like that. The police came. She didn't tell the police what happened, because she's thinking, okay, the police know there's a gun. They're going to use that as an excuse to kill everybody. So she's thinking, okay, I don't want everybody, including myself, to die by the police, so I'm just not going to say anything. So she didn't say that. Months later, I guess she brought up the Tory Lanez shooting her in the foot. Then you had some dudes online, and there was dudes online doing it just for clout, because they know that will trigger people. But there was dudes online like, I don't believe Meg, I think Meg's lying, I believe Tory Lanez, blah blah blah. So Meg, she started talking about black women are the most disrespected woman in America, most disrespected person in America, nobody protects the black woman. And I have to say this, there is truth to that. There is truth to that. Malcolm X had said that. What people are not addressing is the fact, first off, people are not listening to the full speech, which is something I find very disrespectful. I also find the mixing Malcolm X's speeches with your music video remakes, I find that very disrespectful too. But the whole black women are the most disrespected. There is truth to that. Black people in general are the most attacked. Black people are the least protected, the most targeted. So black women would be the most unprotected, would be the most disrespected. There is truth to that. But I want you guys to listen to the full clip of what he said. He said that, and then he said something after that that people don't want to address.
The most protected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman. And as Muslims, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us to respect our women and to protect our women. And the only time a Muslim really gets real violent is when someone goes to molest his woman. We will kill you for our woman. I'm making it plain, yes. We will kill you for our woman. We believe that if the white man will do whatever is necessary to see that his woman gets respect and protection, then you and I will never be recognized as men until we stand up and place the same penalty over the head of anyone who puts his filthy hands out to put in the direction of our women.
Now, this isn't to say I am on Tory Lanez's side. I think Tory Lanez is pretty goofy, to be honest. I'm not sure why Meg was talking to him. I'm not saying I'm on Meg's side, or I'm not saying I'm against Meg. I'm not saying she's lying. I'm just saying for the fact that she's using this whole protect black women thing, protect black women, and she's when you do something, then it's important to know, and white supremacists know this, which is why they promote it so much. You cannot benefit one half of a society and expect the society to grow. When you have immigrants talking about DACA, when you had Asians talking about Asian businesses, when you had other groups, other ethnic groups talking about their communities, their societies, they don't talk about that as if it's a male and a female society. They don't separate the two. You don't hear some immigrant activists or something like that. You don't hear them talking about, oh, we have to do this for the DACA females. We have to have a program for dreamer males. You don't hear them separating the group like that. You don't hear LGBT people talking about LGBT rights for gay men and excluding the gay women. You don't hear them talk about that. You don't hear the Jews when they talk about Israel. They don't talk about, oh, let's do something. Let's send help for Israel, for the Israeli men. Let's send help for the Israeli women. You don't hear them talk about that because they know you cannot benefit one half of a society and leave the other half hanging and expect the society to grow. That's actually detrimental to the society, and black people are the only people, not all black people, but black people are the only people who have not gotten that concept yet. And unfortunately, and I'm not trying to hate on everybody, but unfortunately that's mostly black women who push that narrative. The point of this video is the fact that we need to, as black people, we have to look, we really have to know history, because if you're leaning onto feminism, and I'm not trying to say that black women are not mistreated, black women suffer from white supremacy. I made like 3 videos just about the Breonna Taylor situation, so black women do suffer from white supremacy. I can even make another video because there's more stuff that came out about that, and I probably will do it in the live stream, but I'm gonna mention more stuff about that because black women suffer from white supremacy as well. Black men and black women. It's just not the same way each time. Each time they deal out white supremacy, they don't do it the same way, and they don't do it the same way because they want to confuse you and make you think, okay, this isn't white supremacy, because white supremacy is police brutality, but white supremacy is microaggressions, white supremacy is job discrimination, white supremacy is everything, and it affects black women and black men both. It affects us both, and we have to get to that, and we have to understand that, like we did when we were back in slavery, when we were fighting Jim Crow, when we were fighting segregation. Black men and black women didn't do, I'm standing up for black men, I'm standing up for black women. There are some things that white supremacy does more to black men than they do to black women. There are also things on the opposite side where they do more to black women than they do to black men. It affects us differently sometimes, because black women still face police brutality. Black men still face stereotypes and discrimination. It affects us both. What they're trying to do is they're trying to target the male, because naturally the males will be the leaders of the society, and they try to target us because black men have, first off, black men are more on the fence of like the left wing, Democratic side to the media. So the narratives that they push, black men are kind of going to be more critical of those things, and they trick black women into making it seem like black men are the enemy, but black men are not the enemy, just because we don't ride for the cause that the left wing of white supremacy, the left side of the white supremacist coin, is trying to tell black women to follow. So they make it seem like we're the enemy, and we're not the enemy. There are some black men who do bad, who are the enemy. There are also black women who are the enemy. You'll have a black man say something, and you'll have black women be all like, oh, why do black men do this? But nobody's saying that about Candace Owens, though. Nobody's saying that Candace Owens is the representative of black women, which she is not. Candace Owens is not. You, like I said, you have bad black men and bad black women. But we need to realize that we are what we have. We are all we have, and we need to work together with that. We are all we have, and we need to work together with that. There's just so much stuff I still want to say about this, and I'm just wait for the live. Just wait for the live. Tune in to the live. It's probably gonna be next Wednesday or Thursday, probably Wednesday or Thursday, next week. So put on your post notifications, all of them. Make sure it's on all, so when I go live, you guys can see it. I'm also probably gonna go live on my Instagram as well, so I'm gonna leave that in the description as well, so you guys can follow me on Instagram. So when I do go live, follow me on Twitter too, because I also send messages on when I'm gonna go live and when I'm gonna send a video and everything like that. So follow me on all my social media, and put on your post notifications, like these videos. If you have a comment, if you have something you want to say, let me know. And I try to make a video based off the request that I made and based off of how relevant I feel like the video is at that point. So, and I feel like with the election coming up, the gender divide between black men and black women is very important. So that's why I'm making this video right now. But as always, you guys, thank you for everything that you've done, all the likes, the comments, the subscribes. I'm seeing this channel grow, and that's all because of you guys. That's all because of us. Like I keep saying, we're in this together and we're doing this together. So thank you guys.